In today's video, we're going to be removing and replacing the spark plugs. So to gain access to the spark plugs, first thing we'll need to do is remove the seat. That will then allow us to raise the tank, and then once we've got the tank up, we can remove the airbox and we should be able to get to the spark plugs. Okay, so now we've got to this point, what we need to do is take these caps out and then take the old spark plugs out, put the new spark plugs in. These are the spark plugs I'm using. According to the manual, the plug gap is 0.7 to 0.8 millimeters or 30 thou if you're using Imperial. Okay, so I'll set the points gap. So when we come to actually remove these, don't unplug them. Okay, the easiest thing to do is to take them out as a complete unit. Now, because you're not going to unplug them, you don't need to remember which cylinder they're going into. Okay, so we're just going to remove each of them from the spark plug like this, and then I can pull them all out all at the same time. And just put them all to one side out of the way. Okay, so there we go. So we've got a socket here. This is a 16mm socket. Okay, so you can see that wasn't very tight, so they don't need to be in tight. Again, one of the problems that a lot of people have tendency to do is they over tighten things because they think it makes a better seal, but they don't understand that they can actually warp the seat, and so the seal isn't as good as they think it is. So we'll do this, loose them all off. Get the new plugs and put them in. Only now what I'm going to do is I'm not going to use the rubber bung, otherwise it's going to get stuck on the plug and I'll be messing around trying to get it out all the time. So all we do is just carefully, don't drop them in, don't drop the spark plugs in, because you might actually drop it onto the electrode and actually close the gap. So what you do is as you put it in, just press it to the side and then let it slide in down to the bottom, and once it's in there it'll centralize itself once you get the socket on it. Okay, so let's tighten them up. And again, don't drop the socket onto it. So that's as tight as I can get it by hand. Okay, so they're all in as tight as I can get them in by hand. Okay, so now to show how much I want to tighten up, all we do is, let's get the ratchet on. Yeah. So if you look at the movement, and then just pinch it up. That's it, and that's all I'm going to do. No loads of pressure, because again we don't want to damage the seal, and the seal is basically formed by, there's a small compression washer here underneath the spark plug, and that compresses and creates the seal. And if you do it too tight, there's a chance you might split, or deform that seal. So again, you have a look as I'm doing each spark plug. That's it. That's all I'm doing for each one. Not even a quarter of a turn. Okay, so pinch it and then pinch, and that's it. Okay, now once that's done, we can put all of these back in. Okay, the only thing I need to be aware of is that this pipe needs to go underneath this wire, because that runs back under the air box. Okay, and that's it. Now we're ready to rebuild it all back up. So we just need to refit the air box, lower and refit the tank, and then put the seat back on. Okay, that's all for now. If you liked the video, then leave a like. If you didn't like the video, then leave a dislike. Either way, leave a comment, suggestion, or any questions you may have in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss any of my future content. Once again, thanks for watching.